How do you go about calculating dilution for convertible bonds, options, and RSUs? So when you think of options, remember it's a person's right to purchase a stock at a certain price. Now this price is usually going to be the strike price, right? So when your strike price is $10 and the company stock is at $20, then you're in the money, right? Because the market price is greater than the price I have. But if your strike price is greater than the market price, let's say it's selling in the market for $8 and I have my $10 strike price option, it's out of the money because who wants to buy something that I can buy for cheaper in market? And when they're equal, it's going to be at the money. Now, for the treasury stock method, we're going to assume that all proceeds from the sale of those options to our employees is used to repurchase shares back in the market. So if my market price is $50 and let's say my strike price on my options is $10 and I have 10 options and my employees want to execute all 10 of these options, and as a company, my proceeds are going to be $100. I'm going to take those $100 and go back into the market where shares are $50 per share and buy back 2 shares, right? Because I have $100 worth of proceeds and you divide it by 2, which means $50 per share, which is exactly the amount of shares, right? So now I issued out 10 shares outstanding through options, and I went and bought back 2, which are now off the current market and are in my treasury stock account, which means my total shares diluted is going to increase by 8 and not 10. For a convertible bond, essentially at a convertible rate, your bond is then going to turn into equity shares, right? So let's say my convertible bond has an underlying value of $1,000, and let's say that it's $50 a share in the market right now, or $50 convertible price, not in the market, right? And my current market price is above $50. So now these are executable, right, into equity from debt. So I'm going to take my $1,000 and divide it by 50, which is going to equal 20 shares outstanding, or 20 of those shares fit in one bond, which means that my shares are going to dilute by 20 shares outstanding for every convertible bond I have issued. So if I have 5 convertible bonds and each of them are going to get me 20 shares outstanding, well, now that's 100 new shares outstanding in my actual total bucket of shares. Last but not least, we have our RSUs, restricted stock units. And essentially, you're just going to count these, and these are going to dilute your shares as soon as they're fully vested. There's not going to be anything you're going to have to do on your end of the company and to make sure that they're purchased or resold or anything like that.